Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806. I love a night. 806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out G. 806. 806.
We're now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
You already know what it is. Your boy Melly Mel, and this is the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. This is 806 The Show. We have a fantastic show for y'all. As always, I am joined by my co-host to the left, the heavyweight champion of the world, Chinese food connoisseur, and former YS Hooper. Make some noise for REG.
Let's go. What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
Welcome back.
Good to be here. And my co-host to the right, former Silvermine football captain, inventor of the Sanchi special, the suntan Superman himself. Make some noise for Sanchi.
Welcome.
And our special guest, plural. Sir. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Usually, I like to get the interviews right when I ask, but that's not the real world, you know what I mean? Sometimes, people be busy and people be exclusive, so it just makes it so much sweeter when you can get them in.
Yeah.
So make some noise for Brian and Yuri Castellanos, everybody!
Let's go. Welcome, guys.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
To be here. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's get it started.
806 The Show.
Warmed up.
Everybody's been stretched out, Everybody's good to go.
Here at the 806, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's always a good time.
All right, like I mentioned, this is the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. So we will dabble in a little bit of sports before we go in on this little journey that Brian and Yuri are going to take us through his political life and all the fun stuff like that. But before that, Brian was a little bit of an athlete.
Yeah, we're going to talk sports.
Just a little bit of an athlete, right?
So I like to play a little athletes, So it's funny because sports for me has always been it's my all I know. That's my source of inspiration. And I played football growing up, but anytime I got to compete and be out there to, whether it's gym or it's just out in the neighborhood, like it's always been something for me. I love that level of just everything about it. Baseball, football, basketball.
Whatever it is, right?
Boxing,
Tennis.
Yeah, well, my dad always, he was a big baseball fan, boxing kind of guy, exposed me. I remember when I was 7 years old, he put a football in my hand. I remember that. He's the guy who...
I brought him
Yeah, you did. He did.
As you should, sir. As you should.
He saw me because he's like, I think he could do something with that energy because I had a lot of energy, So I think athletics for me was something that it was an outlet, and it was something that really it carried me through, my adulthood. Look at I'm where I'm at now. I could pull in my athletic experience to what I do today, and it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it all translates. Like your experiences in sports, the workplace, you could always connect it in some way. It's kind of crazy how that.
A lot of coaches always say if you're not able to be coachable, you're not going to succeed in life. You always have to be able to take input, rearrange it, use it to your profession, and I feel like you've obviously shown that you be able to do that.
Well, you talk about it took a lot of time to get here. It's because I've always, I took structure from athletics, being part of that team and something that's bigger than me. So I've always attacked bigger missions. Yeah. And especially post athlete too. When you're an athlete, you're in that rhythm when you're with your friends. You're in, that there's a camaraderie there, but there's also that mission, right? That goal, that common goal. And I think I've took that to my life. My professional life, my personal life. So it's been something that I've embraced. It's humbling. It's very humbling to really look at athletics and really say that, wow, I got to be in sports and actually have this is the fruit of the labor. Yeah. It's remarkable.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Right?
Played it in English.
Sure did. I played safety. Go Dogs, Bulldog, in English. Alum.
Yes,
when
sir.
safeties can be
and
safeties.
this is
Yeah,
old
with
school
safeties,
safety. The
great.
safeties, I mean, these the
Oh, my
Gotta
favorite.
come up and fill the alley. Yeah, no, we was like outside linebackers, and I definitely, it was something for me. I think the safety position I loved a lot. What I love so much about the safety position is that you really had to study the game. And I really was a nerd back there. Like I was always just studying systems, and I always remember like just I was going hard at everything I did in practice, and I remember like watching film, and like I just remember being taught those fundamentals through coaches. Like you got to prepare, right? It's like the prep. I remember like games were
It's
like
all the little things that you take
safety,
from it.
when you play safety, it's a big job, and
last line of defense usually.
Very important job.
yes, and you it really, for Lynn English football, I think that was a very special moment of my life, because that's a lot of those moments, created family moments. I have family now coming from that that time of my life, and I think I was an Aganis All-Star.
There you go.
And I got to really compete out there, and I got to go and play collegiate football.
It's always a good thing.
Went out to Framingham State afterwards.
Oh, nice.
and
There we go.
I know there's some Salem studs that I got to play with.
A couple of them who are like you. You finally got on the show, but some of these other guys, it's been a little. I don't want to say no names, but I think we all know. He just happened to run for 6,000 yards, and when he was out there, I don't want. I don't want to throw no names.
I will 6K leak. Shout out Malik, baby.
Shout out Malik.
Malik.
It's out All-Star, baby. Listen, I joke with him. I've definitely called him out on this show a million times.
Yes.
But it's out of love. It's just we want to give you your flowers, man. We want to. And listen, I understand not
deserved.
everybody's a camera guy. Not everybody can go on the mic and talk, and I get it. But we'll treat you well, my guy.
Yeah.
We'll treat you well. Quick, I know this is mostly about you, but being on the field with Malik, how was that? Because again, he ran for 6,000 yards. Were you guys there at the same time?
Well, yeah, so basically, let me bring it back to high school. Like our senior year, I'll tell you a little story. Like
Here we go.
I got to meet him in the alley. Hey, I'm gonna leave it for him to tell you what happened after. I don't think he finished the game.
Okay,
He also rushed for 1 million yards and touchdowns.
Yeah.
So my whole job, here's the thing. My whole job, my senior year, was literally to follow Malik Van Alstyne on the field. I was the easiest prep I ever. They're like, you see him? You see that guy right there? That's your whole game plan. Like you follow him everywhere he goes. So he was like
funny.
triple covered anywhere. And he still got yards. He still was weaving, and he was the most. I'm telling you right now, it was so nice to be able to play with him and to see that greatness. And to go to college with him, because we was at Framingham State together, and it all worked out because he went to he was at Bridgeton. We both had transfer stories, and when we all landed together. I went to Framingham State because honestly, I was like, "Oh, Malik Van Alstyne's there," and also we had a couple of the Lynn kids. They're like, "Yeah, you got to come with the Framingham State." So I said, "All right, let's do this," because I heard they were serious about their football.
Yeah.
And I got to be front row of his legacy. I got to see the training, all of it.
This man was his lead blocker when we went for 300 on Thanksgiving.
That man is a freak. he refused to go down. That's what I loved about it, because he was let's say like a Reggie Bush type who wants to juke you at your shoes. But once he makes contact, he's still gonna get another 3-4 yards to go forward, and that's something that a lot of people don't want to do.
Look what that teaches. You gotta
right. You
just being
keep going
relentless.
so you can go.
Yeah.
Tenacity.
Yeah.
No, he ran with anger. I don't know if you see the picture of Derrick Henry, in the Baltimore Ravens, with that face that he has down there. That's if we could look back and see what Malik looked like when he runs, I'm telling you right now, he was.
He made it look effortless.
Stud.
He made it look.
Yeah.
I remember we went to the only collegiate game of him I caught because Framingham's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
So
A little bit.
They played at Endicott. I was like, all right, I can go to Endicott. We went to Endicott, and first half I was like, he looks like he's doing all right. All
bad.
right, cool. He's not bad. We go to this is halftime. His family's there with the grill. You know what I mean?
Tailgate.
Yeah, you know what I
The
mean?
best
Game
tailgate ever
day.
been at.
Big league in them.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So I started talking to him. I was like, "Yo, you doing well?" He's like, "Oh, well." It's halftime. He had 150 and 2 touchdowns. I was like, "When did I miss? When did I miss?"
He set high standards.
He did.
In life too.
Absolutely.
That's important. That's going back to the full circle of sports. Like,
Yeah.
It just teaches you to have a high standard, and he's a person that takes accountability. You know,
Yeah.
I learned a lot from Malik. You know, I was still young in my time when I went to Framingham, and you know, I was a young man trying to still navigate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, how that works as a student athlete in college. It's different from when you come from high school to college, especially when you first
Yeah.
generation.
Absolutely.
First gen. So
It's like never experienced. You're
All
kind of
new.
like everything new to you.
Yeah, I want to ask you. Did you enjoy? Obviously, you enjoyed watching your son play. But any fond memories you have? Anything you just remember off like, yo, I can't believe he did this game, or maybe a bad game he had, and you're like, what in the world?
he knows. I'm in
No.
the archives at Framingham State.
I have,
Oh, I
lot,
got- I got-
I
I got
have
some-
a lot of memories. When I bring the first time to the school for the play football learning,
Yeah.
I was very excited with this. You know, because I think I built something better for the future.
Yeah.
Look at this right now.
And you were right.
Brian is very special for me.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
That
beautiful.
is beautiful because, like, I feel like all kids, whatever sport or extracurricular activity it is, I feel like they should all find one.
Absolutely.
Because it just helps
It's not only that you
guide you through you get like one you the social part of growing up is tough.
Yeah.
So you connect with a lot of
And
peers.
it teaches you like to have an authority figure that's not your father, because your father's not always going to be around. You know what I mean? So you got to know. Oh, I got to listen to my coaches. Like now we're adults, we got to listen to our bosses. We got to listen to our supervisors. So it teaches you to literally like, all right, like to have another voice than just being your pops. Which obviously your pop's voice is your pop's voice,
Yeah.
but just knowing that like there's authority figures that you need to also listen to. Or it can be beneficial. Not even authority. Not even like, you know, set you
That
straight.
mentorship
Yeah,
guidance.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mentor. Oh, 806 is show. We're huge on mentors. We had Marshall Bradstreet was from Salem Boys and Girls Club. We had him on here.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of mentors. We're big on mentorship. But you did mention that you are in the record books at Framingham State, and our research team. And by research team, I mean me.
You got it. All right.
You got
You know, I was hoping. I haven't seen it for like a couple months. I hope no
Listen.
one got me
Imagine
last season.
just pop up.
Oh, I'm still there,
Who's
baby.
this?
Let me know.
I didn't check the date on this, so you might have.
Okay. What we got?
Guess who has the most interception yardage in a season for Framingham State?
there.
The man right here.
There we go.
2012, 157.
Wow.
Take that thing and run.
Pick six.
That thing.
That's that pick six.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, against Fitchburg, he had 112 returning yards. That must be a pick six, right? Do you take it to the crib?
Yeah, one of them was.
He said one of them.
on one, man.
He said one of them.
Yeah, I was out. Listen, it was always the ball. Listen, if I'm getting it, it's I was moving.
On some Ed Reed, like, I'm going to
Well,
score.
yeah, well, I studied your system. Like, I got to know where the ball was going. I had a couple good opportunities to really keep going that season they stopped throwing to me. Like when
they should.
That's how it is.
I was frustrated because I was like, we had certain packages with like I was going in. Like we kind of knew like.
Yeah.
Honestly, our coach at the time was phenomenal. Our defensive coordinator, like he knew what packages to throw me in. I played. So he had me playing corner, free safety, strong safety, nickel. Like he had me.
yeah,
so I had to learn all. Listen,
Yeah.
he made me. So that year we was stacked too. So we had all sorts of studs. Listen, anybody could start. So everyone, imagine every practice you're like
You're fighting for your role every time.
The competition
Oh, wow.
was wild.
Pushes you get
I
better and
never
better.
forget it. I remember every time. I never took a drill off, and this is like
You
listen,
have to really earn.
D3, let me tell you, I was humbled. I was like, this is crazy. Everybody was hungry, and everyone had that, and there was a vibe.
Look at that. Definitely a vibe. All right. So, like I said, we've had mentors on here, but there's another thing that we had a couple of here, and that's marathon runners.
Yeah, man.
Now, I had to be corrected because I thought I knew my research. I was like, all right, this guy ran the marathon. Cool. We've had a couple people. I don't know if we had anybody who ran the marathon multiple times. I didn't know you done this a bunch of times.
How many times?
Yeah, so I did the Boston 3 times, and then I did Providence, Let me tell you something. Providence, Rhode Island. That marathon till this day was probably the hardest for me.
Really?
I ran it 4 weeks after the Boston. Because I'm thinking, like, I just ran Boston.
Yeah.
I'm primed up.
I'm
like,
pretty sure
know,
you're not.
I'm flowing.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to let your body heal a little bit, man.
Well, I thought I was gonna eat this. I think I finished like almost second to last. It took, and I ended up with the
It's like back-to-back marathons.
I was determined, and then I ran 2 virtual marathons.
Oh,
Because during
wow.
the pandemic, I was
Yeah.
supposed to keep running I wanted to keep running the Boston. My goal was to keep running them as much as I can. But I ended up obviously the pandemic happened, and I actually ran. I developed a scholarship fund for it was this COVID-19 redemption scholarship for the Lynn public school students, the seniors, and I ran around Lynn. So back-to-back years around June, I ran a full marathon around the city of Lynn.
Wow.
I raised almost $20,000
That's
for
amazing.
scholarships, bro.
That's awesome.
That was the hottest because that was something different.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I thought I was ready for that, but I realized 97-degree weather, 98-degree weather, and I went virtual. This is back in the day when like COVID-19, right? When you think about it, like I was going Facebook Live. I had sponsors along my trail of running.
Yeah.
Where I was going Facebook Live. I was stopping at like sponsors' houses. We had to get real creative. This is back in the day, like everyone was like,
COVID was
nobody
definitely
was
like,
everyone was like, get away from me.
how do we get our message across to them without without making contact with anyone?
That was the thought, man. And then half marathons, you know. I love the big ones. Though. I always wanted to run an ultra. I like this. The bigger, the better. Let's get it.
That's crazy.
When did you start getting into running?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's go back to like the first one, training for the first one.
Like, where is there like a right after football ended, you started running?
Well, Framingham State's right on the trail. So the Boston Marathon is right on the trail. So you get to see the rush. So we had Marathon Monday in Framingham, and it was always like, I remember like going, because you're there at the, like, it's a big party. Everyone's outside.
Yeah, I've seen it too, yeah.
It's a really, it's a vibe. No, it's
we're gonna need a little counter now. We're gonna count how many times you can say vibe.
I remember watching like folks, I think the beginning, like when you watch like the charity runners though, like that's like, for me, you see the elites go through, you're like, that's never gonna be me. But then you start seeing people
run
that you're like, I'm talking like guided, like I'm like blind runners, like folks in the wheelchairs. Like I remember watching, just being so just impacted by that and watching that. And I remember it was my junior year when the marathon bombing happened, and I remember failing the just overwhelmed. It was just such a tragic situation. The marathon is such a special thing, and you know, I feel like I want to run the Boston Marathon, right? And I always wanted to, like, I feel like there was something that I wanted to do, and unfortunately, it was like a year after I ended up in a bad car accident, man. I ended up actually in a real terrible situation where I almost really. You know, I got banged up pretty bad, man. Broke the hip, ribs. Like, my mobility was at the time like. It was terrible. I almost lost my life, you know, and that was a really tough time in my life. And, you know, I had to rebound from that, right?
Yeah, right.
And because you don't know, those kind of injuries, you don't know what your future is going to look like physically. And I think about playing sport. That ended my college career in football.
That's
really.
That's how I couldn't. So I was going to be coming back after my 2012 year, but I got in a car accident, and it really took me. You know, it was I always say it wasn't a setback. What it did was God put me in position to really take a look at
give you
perspective. Bigger. It was a real perspective when you're sitting there in a hospital bed and you don't really have control. And my father, you know, God rest, like we lost a brother. His actually anniversary. He's just passed on August 25th, 28 in 2008, and he yeah, my dad had to see that. You know, I remember like just thinking to myself and reflecting, and just, you know, not really. It's hard to explain. Like the feeling of like sorrow, like it's like I at first it crossed my mind, and then I think what was born out of that was like the phoenix, bro. You know, like how it rises through the ashes. And like there's something clicked, and I remember having like these big big dreams with big goals and like physical. I'm telling this doctor like I'm going to run the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
And that's where I used to tell my doctor. He looked at me like I was
sure, whatever.
I would show
Pee in
up.
this cup, whatever you say.
Because when you see the X-rays, they were bad. X-rays, I had like it was really bad. Like so, I could imagine him like, and I had a walker, so I had to use a walker for. Remember? Yeah, my guys probably look at it. Don't cry. Don't stop. I had a walker. It was really scary, man. But I remember like even during that moment, that dark cloud. Yo, I kept that was in my toolbox. Like, watch, I'm gonna do this, and it was something that was like, because like people in the world would say this is a ridiculous thought, or this is impossible, this is that.
I hate hearing that.
I never put caps on it, so that really started the marathon. For me, the fire. Because I think when you for me personally, when someone tells me I can or can't be or can't do this, well, I'm going to outwork that. That thought too, like that concept for me is like, it's always instilled in me. It comes from a really deep place. And, I got like my bounce back. I remember just always thinking about, all right, what that bounce back was going to look like. Because when you study my life story, bro, I've been going through it. This wasn't nothing new. Yeah. My father's 81 years old, still works every day full time.
There you go.
He gets up and get it.
Absolutely.
Look,
This was something that really jolted me. And then when I started really getting serious with like walking again, and like we're talking, I had to learn how to walk again. So I started from scratch.
That's crazy to think that you got to 3 Boston marathons. That is crazy, and that's
how you set that goal and you're gonna achieve it.
It's something for me. It's my inspiration's right in front of me.
Yeah,
he inspired me. Yeah. This guy, listen, that man right here is the reason why. There's something that I never set the bar. Like I never in my head. I don't forget set the bar.
Yeah.
Like forget about that.
Right.
You could do things that you could listen. If you visualize, you could materialize.
Yeah.
Put that in your mind. You want to be somebody. You want to do something, and you know what? People laughed at me, man. Like when I told people, I remember telling people for the first time, family, friends, you ain't gonna run a marathon. I remember just the jokes that you ain't running. You can look at you.
That helps fuel it. So
baby, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love it, and I realized, I always, some of the most motivational things I've ever heard or seen came from the people who told me I couldn't do it. And I used to be so inspired when I used to tell people early on, I think I'm going to run. So I ran a 5K. Yeah. And I ran a half marathon. And then I studied where I wanted to run for my nonprofit because I wasn't aiming. I don't think I could. At the time, I'm talking like I just want to get the bib, right? Because that's a hustle. And I when I was in grad school, because I went to Salem State. Shout out to Salem State.
SSU, baby.
Salem State,
Vikings, baby.
Long story to how when I got hurt, I ended up going to grad school too. So I was kind of doing a double, 2 birds, 1 stone. But when I was in grad school, I volunteered for Horizons for Homeless Children, and they were at a. These are our shelter programs across the state. Some of these children, they really struggle with academic learning. They get setbacks because when you move around, that instability creates really significant gaps, especially for kids with learning disabilities. Yeah. And when you have kids that have trauma and additional, obviously, things that go back into their start to life, their journey of learning. Yeah. The programming always aimed to build them out to make sure that they have literacy. So I would go and read. I would read to these kids, and I would go to these shelters. Right. And I never missed a shift for years. And I remember going into the Boston Marathon, thought, who am I going to run for? Yeah. And I looked them up, and I was like, oh, they have a marathon team. Oh, I said, I hit them up. I said, listen, I'm thinking of running for your team. And then they tell you, yeah, you apply. It's $10,000. I was like, wait, what? You got to fundraise $10,000? And I remember having the one, I forgot her name, but she's a development officer. She said, Brian, I know it's steep, but how about this? You come down to the show, you come down and see the programs that are happening, like you volunteer, but we'll show you another perspective of it. And the best thing I ever did was go down and take that tour, and I got to meet, like, you know, I got to see where, like, because this is where the $10,000 is going to go.
Yeah.
So she brought this to a level where I said, wow, this is bigger than me, you know? Like, and at that moment, I was, like, searching for something more, and it just, I met these children that, you know, like, the world counts you up. There's a quote. Frank Warren says, "It's the children the world almost breaks that grow up to save it."
Jesus Christ.
I saw this quote.
That's such I've never heard that
Powerful.
either.
That's awesome.
I saw that quote there on a board, bro. I'm never gonna forget it. It says, when I saw that, I said, it's the world. I said, Frank Warren once said, it's the world. It's the children that the world almost breaks that grow up to save it. I said, oh my God. I said, I got to do something. So I was like, all right. I said, and you sign up, man. So that was the journey for the Boston Marathon, and I think from there on, I just, you know, I set. I felt in my heart that it needed to get done. Yeah. And it had to get done, and it was bigger than me. What I represented was perseverance. It was for those kids. I think it was like 17,000 children. Something. We had a shirt the first year I ran. It was like, today I run for the 16,000 homeless children. So I like, to be honest with you, like, I always been about empathy and really advocating for the voiceless, especially children, because there's an innocence to kids.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
And they'll bring it back to sports. Think about that. Think about how many success stories come from sports.
Yeah,
I know.
I remember I damn near cried when I saw this. The moment, I don't know which marathon this was. If it was your first one, it makes it even more special. But when you ran into your dad's arms with the flag,
What flag was it? What flag?
Pretty sure it was a Venezuelan flag.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I was born. Daddy, where were you born?
In Venezuela.
Where? Maturin, where you born?
Maturin. This is oil company.
Yeah, and I was born in
Oil State.
Caracas.
Man, when you ran into him, to his arm with that flag, goosebumps.
Powerful.
How was that feeling, seeing your son run the marathon, holding your native flag?
Well,
Tell him how long you were waiting there. That was one of the verse. How long were you waiting there for?
I was maybe for 8 hours over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we waiting. And I was very, very excited when I saw Brian running. Almost I cried because it's my boy running over there for some reason, ¿me entiendes? And sorry, sometimes clash with the Spanish.
Oh, we're Spanish too.
Okay. I saw some vision of the Brian. They want to be something in the future, big. Look at this over there. That
Beautiful.
guy. It was coming through.
Well, I had to represent because my dad, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on over there. That's his country, you know. That's the blood, bro. That's where the roots are. And I think that was like, I think that's what the Boston Marathon could always provide. Is those moments, those iconic, like, and it's not, and listen, I'm at the end of the pack, so the crowds is already down, it's ugly, you're there in the trenches, like, by yourself, in your own little, I had, that year was 2018, it was downpouring, I had a little trash bag like this over my eyes, and all you see is that I'm only looking down, like, this is, but imagine that you close your eyes, you're just like, oh man, I hope I finish, because that's what it was about, and I always envisioned my dad at the finish line.
Yeah.
That's my guy. He's my corner man. You know, I'm a fighter, right? And the fighter, what's interesting about the fighter, in real life,
Closer to the mic, Brian.
well, the fighter doesn't quit. The fighter never gives up, man. And the corner man that I have over here, he always had my back. He always taught me how to get myself up when I fell down. He taught me something very important, man. And I think Jimmy Valvano said it. He's like, the best gift anyone could give you, the best gift anyone could give you is belief. And my dad believed me. He believed in me. And that was beautiful. Like, every time my man was at the end of that, on Boylston Street, man, I would see it. Yeah, and like, if you run a marathon, let me tell you something, man. At mile like 15, 16, you're really like, I gotta stop. This is crazy. Your brain starts yelling at you like, this isn't public. Stop. Chill. What are we doing? Do things that it's like when you're in traffic. Like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, when is this gonna end? And like, but like, I would visualize my father at the finish line, man. I would think about I could see it, man. It was something powerful. I always that moment that you talk about was something for me that I cherish forever. It's a very humbling moment, and it really,
one of the most beautiful moments I've seen. You see all these, like, obviously it's the internet. The internet's full of these videos you ever see, but to see somebody that I know personally have a moment like that and just know, because we're Dominican, so we're prideful too. You know what I mean? We're big, so just seeing you hold the flag and knowing what that meant.
Yeah. When I see my guy, you see the flag.
Oh my God.
I say, it's Brian. Oh my God. I feel something inside. I can breathe in the moment when I see Brian. I give a big hug. I say, you made it. Yeah. You know, you dream coming true. It molded that one. Look at the dream he has right now.
That was a vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? Every time he says vibe, I'm gonna use it as like a transition. So I'm gonna transition off of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Had to be there.
Let's now talk about the journey. Getting into this political landscape that you're in now. How did you make the decision to get into politics? How did you decide on the school college? Oh, what is it?
School committee.
School committee. How, where did that come from? Where did that start from?
You're looking at him right now. That's why my father's here. That's why that's why first thing I think when I said I'm coming to the show is like, can I bring my father?
Absolutely.
And honestly, my father's journey is something that I think what really sparked the fire for me. Because when you first generation, when you have so many things up against you, right, that you don't really know. Like when we talk about generational curses and hooks, like he immigrated here with the American dream, I think for me,
we're children of immigrants as well, so we understand.
It's so important to always recognize the vulnerability there. Yeah. Because there's systems that really are not really working for you, and it's if you have limited mistakes that you can make. My dad, he was somebody that, I got to say thank you to him because my mother was, her name's Liliana Vergara Castellanos, and she got sick when I was in Venezuela, and she was born in Lima, Peru, just to give a shout out. She's all Peruvian too, so she had passed away, and my dad was out in Lynn. He had, he remarried, and he was with he's doing his thing out there, but he had to make a decision, and he got me. My dad brought me to the United States of America.
Beautiful.
Wow. He brought me to Lynn, Mass. He brought me here, and he had to. He did that for me.
Like flew out there, went and got you, came back.
Tell me what you did, Pops.
Well, I see inside myself. I never have a big contact with my father, and I learned something in my life is love my kid.
Yep.
Yeah. When I lose his mother, I said, I can leave Brian over there. No, I take Brian with me because there's no one left over there. I take Brian with me. I look at Brian right now. He knows how to say to me, I'm very grateful for what I do for me all life. He did it himself. He bring himself. Look at him right now.
No,
don't cry.
You're so humble. I asked my dad a long time ago, like, what was your dream, man, right? I said, what's your dream? Because, like, you think about, like, when I was in college, like, how I got to college, like, you think about it, like, how I got to that point was very ugly. People don't see the grind. You see the win, right? You see the tip when you get the diploma. They see that, but they don't see the 10,000 hours, the stress, the adversity that you go through. And I think, when I witnessed my father, me and him went through a lot together, we went through a lot of hard times, especially around, like, my transition to high school. Like, when around English, like, it was very difficult for me to think about going to college. Like, I was in survival mode. Like, my father and I, we go very back to we were on the thin fence of poverty. My dad, hardworking, retired as a janitor from Redden Public Schools, but he was a single father. And that man right there had to make sacrifices. And, you know, in certain situations, you know, I had to grow up fast. You know, first job in McDonald's at like 14.
There you go.
I'm taking the bus from English to Liberty Tree Mall to work at McDonald's. Like, I remember like getting firsthand perspectives, like really taught me a little bit about life, you know, and what that reality was going to be like. And if it wasn't for going back to sports, man, I had high school football coaches and people at Lynn English High School really build out the village. They supported my father when he's out here grinding himself. They were there to support me, and they were there in the trenches with me. And that was something that I think that was so beautiful for me. And I think that really sparked, you know, for me, I didn't think I could go to school. Education was never like the ticket. Like I never saw that. Like I was so, as many first gens, like we didn't have many examples. No one went to college, so I didn't know about how to sign on to FAFSA, all that stuff. And when it came to the time, to like 11th grade, I started like that's when I, you know, God bless my brother. When my brother passed away, that's when I really got the like, all right, what's your plan? Talk. And this is from like guidance counselors and like people like, what's your plan? And I was like, what plan I just need to make this money. I need to go get a job. I need to get going because I don't know, like, time's ticking. And you know, that's something that it sparked me. And I realized it was, I didn't have the confidence, I don't think, at that time. But it was people around me. My father instilled something that it was unbreakable. He gave me something so special, and he has no idea. And I'm glad that we're here today because he gave me something. It's like the infinite unlimited, right? And he gave me a fire that, okay, I remember wanting to be somebody, and I want to be somebody. And after my brother passed away, I was like, I got to do something. And I remember being so desperate to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I remember applying to colleges. I got into no colleges, man. I got the denial, reject. I got rejection letters all the time. So I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do, and I ended up getting a shot. And I got a shot, and I ended up at Westfield State Urban Ed program. Shout out to Urban Ed. So I was able to go out to Westfield State and get my first time exposed to college and be around a campus and kind of getting over there. But I honestly, you know, when you talk about your first generation experience, yo, it's deep. If you really like unpeel what that looks like when you go on a college campus, like I remember telling my pops for the first time, like, I'm going to college. Like I remember like telling him like I'm going to get a college education because, you know, my dad's dream, you know, it was for me to get an education. It was to get an education, and I didn't understand that at that point because you're young. You think you know everything when you're young. And I fell through many different hard cracks while I was at college for the first year and a half. And then I figured out, oh, wait, I can't make mistakes. I need to make sure I take this very serious. So my level of urgency got really flicked up high. And the mode that I had to go in was a lot more different than I realized than my peers. Because there was no fallback plan. I had no fallback. I didn't have no fault. There was no, you know, Pop's gonna write the check. Like, nah. Like, we had my dad's biggest fan, my biggest spirit and root, but I have to go get this. And I remember the vulnerability. And I remember, like, looking at the real, all right, I gotta make sure I get my grades right. I gotta make sure listen, the habits that I developed were through, you know, just relentless experiences of just taking deep reflections on what was going to happen if I did not perform. We're talking survival. We're talking like life or death. So I treat it like my history or like those gen eds, and every class was so serious to me. It was so serious to me, and I remember just and then it went into professors. You know, people were always, it was weird. God worked for me. I always say God's been good because I always looked at, you know, my situations as like learning opportunities, no matter what, right? Adversity is there to teach you lessons, and there was growth opportunities through those lessons. And no matter how many times I failed, like I always heard my father, like my dad, it's like, that's my Mickey, you know, get up, bro. You got to keep going. You no matter what. So I won't knock it again.
That's good.
No matter what, when you get knocked down, you get your ass up. You get up. And I did that time and time and again. And I did it during times where like you would say it's over, because they would say it's impossible. When you line up first gens, like when you see all your people, when you grew up, right, your environment, who you with, and like the statistics are just something that always like bothered me. I always got bothered by like the statistics of like, you know, when you grow up in the inner city or if you grow up in this certain household or this and that. And I remember my eyes opening up slowly, like every semester, the knowledge. I was just a sponge. I was not afraid to learn. And there was a different level of just experiences for me that created the fire that I have today. And I gotta thank I have so many people to thank. I have professors, coaches, and like everyone. I had such a village that allowed me to pursue, you know, a different path. And it was really interesting to see how I turned out, because when I was an undergrad, I finished my GPA was a 3.6 GPA. When I went to grad school, it was a 3.8 GPA. Yeah. I'm a licensed social worker. I have a decade of experience as a child protective service person. I'm a supervisor for a regional specialty unit that I'm in the belly of the beast. When we talk about school to prison pipeline, when I was in college, that's why for me, when I decided to run for office, it was personal to me. Yeah. It was personal. It was very personal to me. It's personal to my father. It's personal to my daughter, to my wife. It's personal to my city of Lynn who raised me. Because that's what it was. It was personal. So when I was in college, I took it really personal. I also take my accountability personal. I make mistakes, I got to take accountability. Yeah. To this day, I messed up. Okay, let's correct that. So I've always taken accountability, and I made sure at the end of the day, when I came home, I made sure, okay, this is something that when I decided to run for office, I gave a phone call to my dad. I'm sitting outside of City Hall, and I remember calling him for the first time. This is 7.5 years ago. I said, Papa, there's something in my heart. I said, there's something in my heart that's telling me I need to run for school committee, because school committee is one of the most beautiful seats that you could have. You make a direct impact on the systems. Yeah. The same systems that I was stuck in, the generational hooks that we were stuck in, that I was stuck in, that is where you could do the work. And I remember learning about it academically, but what was interesting is like I always saw the books, but I lived it stressed. I lived it head on. Yeah. I know what a broken home feels like. I know what housing instability looks like. I know what food insecurity looks like. I know what the statistics look like when my mother abandoned me and my father. The guy didn't even know how bad it could be. I knew what this was going to be like. I know what that looked like head on. And I remember making the decision after my father. I said, Dad, I was nervous to do this. I'm nervous.
It's a big step.
And my father said, go for it. Yeah. And he's been my biggest fan. Everything I ever did, go for it. We're 7.5 years later.
Good corner.
Yeah. He's a good corner, man. Good corner. I'm a good corner, man. Yeah,
definitely.
I put it. Go ahead. Go for
it. That was the start. You know, it was the city of Lynn raised me, man. And I have people, till this day, I call coaches still. I call people that help me out of the blue all the time. I'm that guy who calls coaches all the time. Like, yo, Brian? I was thinking about you. Anyone who's ever had a little, because the way it all turned out, and now I get to give it back. I've been the start of the school committee role. Like what I've done is it's everything. My receipts, like politics, are weird to me because I feel like it was always like that's why I was like, am I gonna really do this? Because I'm very thorough. I'm a big action kind of person. I'm action first. I'm all about the action. Yeah. And I realized over the years, well, actually, this was a great fit because this is where you get to keep your receipts and put them on the table. Yeah. And I was able to attack the school to prison pipeline, man. Back in the day, like when we talk about like school to prison pipeline, we're talking dropout rates, chronic absenteeism, kids that have limited access to equity, resources. Yeah. Like take like videos for this example, a pathway, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's limited resources to get you to where you need to. When you graduate high school, like, are you ready for the workforce? Yeah. So I used to think about it like that. I was like, wait, how about the whole child? How about the kids like me who have struggled like with mental health back when I was a kid? Like, yo, I had things that could have took me out.
Yeah.
But thank God I had a strong father who said, listen, he gave me the pep talk. And, if I didn't have him to give me the pep talk, but sometimes the pep talk don't work. And a lot of those kids end up with the guns. They end up in the streets. They end up in Middleton. They end up in Middlesex County. They end up in the wrong side of the track. And I always looked at it like, all right, what can we do for the systems? And then we were very strategic. I was very intentional on what that looked like, and it looked like social workers that need to be added to the school district, trauma-informed practices, protocols, policies, like restorative practices. Back in the day you get suspended for a phone, right? Or we got to get in-house suspensions to kids that, you're gonna suspend me? Psst, say less. I don't want to go to school anyway. So these are the kids that used to fall through the cracks. I was one of those kids that fell through the cracks. That's how I seen my initial, why. Like how can we help prevent kids falling through the cracks, and how can we make sure that we set them up for success? And it was a wonderful. My first campaign was I had student based, like Leah had student voice on there. I had my union was supporting me. Shout out SEIU 509. I'm a trustee for my union service, Employee International. My people from 509 have always had my back.
What's up?
Shout
out to them.
Shout out! It's a working people union. So I always advocate for working people issues because I know what it's like now. Look at me. Fast forward, I have a 1-year-old, childcare and all that, like trying to bubble 3 jobs, a side hustle to get these bills paid. Plus, it's always a surplus, right? Plus, and where's the line? Yeah. Right? Where's that line? Where's that line? Where's that self-care, right? And I always thought that at the end of the day, that when you want something for your community, you have to take it straight on. You have to help. You have to do it. For me, it's natural. It's instinctively, right? Yeah. So I think it's been a crucial thing for my life. I got stories for days about the campaign world because it's been 7.5 years, guys. Yeah. I'm the first male Latino to be on the school committee.
Wow.
First.
Absolutely. Love it.
Ever in the state of Hood. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful.
Wild. So
you guys, you in the committee came up. I was looking at some notes again. My research team being me. The Leap for Education Dream More project.
Leap,
talk about that a little bit more.
Shout out to Manny Cruz.
Shout out to Manny.
Yeah, shout out to State Rep Manny Cruz, because he was the one that he actually put me on a Leap. He was the one. I got a phone call back early during the pandemic. They were looking to expand it to Lynn. There was a spot on the board of directors, and I did my homework about LEAP, and I was familiar with LEAP's programming because I always, being on the school committee, you get to see different programs, different, after school opportunities, and I think that's crucial as we were talking about the benefits of after school programming, and LEAP really stood out, and Manny really was a champion in that world, and he was his story, his own testimony was so enlightening, and to hear him LEAP actually being interested to come over to Lynn, I was like, we got to get more Manny Cruzes. We got to get more Bryans. This is how you do it. Those career readiness programs, industry exposure, and that was something that I felt very like everything I ever did. My heart was tied to it. I was able to, fortunately, they selected me to be on the board of directors for LEAP, and I was part of the development and implementation of how we got LEAP for Education's Dream More program at the Marshall Middle School. So, and we targeted really underserved, vulnerable students, and we were able to build out a 21st century after school program, and the rest is history. We're still there. Linda Sarah, shout out to the CEO, executive director Sarah. She's wonderful. It's amazing to see the fruit of that labor, because I did that back a long time ago, and now you're starting to see the kids go to high school, and it's amazing to see the mentorships and just these kids' interests. The opportunities are just, for me, it's they break cycles.
Yeah.
It's deep. The root, when you plant that seed young, man, education is something that you could do anything with it. And social capital is a big part of the programming, right? It's not who you know, it's what you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And I really never understood that until I met Linda. She's like, social capital is critical, and they break it down in a comprehensive way that I'm like, oh my goodness, it really is. And we get it we naturally, if you play sports, that's social capital. Okay. How many times I'm like, coach, I need an internship. Oh, that's what. Oh, network. Okay.
The sports web can like get
Branch
deep.
out everywhere.
One phone call, one thing, and that's something that I really adored. I still enjoy every meeting I get to be part of. It's bigger than me, and being part of the school committee, I get to see it like head on, and every year we really fight to be committed in the budget. Our senator, Brendan Crichton, they had an after school grant that they got, even during tough times, like fiscally, it's really difficult right now. But the Leap for Education leadership team, Linda Saris, and folks in the city of Lynn, and also all the folks that work at Dream More, have been able to really deliver where that program is. It's national. It's a really it's a nationally recognized program, and it's something I take a lot of pride in, because I remember like the previous. Like I said, but the previously it was difficult to get into the school system in Lynn. People weren't really partnering up, and part of again me being on the school committee, that was like part of what I ran on. I said we got to increase partnerships. We got to develop pathways for kids. We got to come up with better after school program options. So it was nice to be part of that. Here's my receipt. It's 7.5 years now. Say okay, what did you do? That's the best thing when you're you've been on for a while. What did you do? And I've been on a reflection journey. It's wow, my resume is long. It's rolled out. I'm like, wow, where do I pick?
Oh, yeah, I got it. That's all.
Like Marshawn Lynch. But I'm about that action. And I've always been a firm believer on. Like you said, you brought up the Dream More, but they if you ever go to a gala, if you ever go to any program, if you ever get to take a tour, it's inspirational. You have kids who they're 12 years old, 13 years old, and you hear them dreaming, man. I want to be an engineer. Well, we actually have, Leap has provided mentors in the engineer field, and this is what engineering looks like. This is what because that was, for me, that was the problem. When I was in high school or even middle school, I'm just trying to survive out here. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that could have been. And think about how many untapped potentials go to the grave. Imagine that. Les Brown, he's a motivational speaker. He makes an analogy about this. He says, imagine you on your deathbed, and around your deathbed are the ghosts of the ideas, your dreams, your goals, everything you could have been, the thoughts that came to you, but you never took action. And now you have to go to the grave together. What are you going to do? And I'm telling you right now, a seed. That seed, baby. That seed, that educational seed is something that it drives me. And I always bring it back to my father and his goals and his dreams, man. I remember one time I was like, what was your dream? He's like, I always wanted to fly helicopters, man. I always ask, what's your dream, man? And what stopped you? And you hear that I paid attention to those are hard conversations, right?
Yeah, those are tough.
But I listen. I did this. I did a lot of this. When my father speaks, I listen. I hear him out. He's one of the most wisest people. I said the wisest person I ever met was a janitor. It's this man right here. The most wisest man I ever met in my life. And he's provided those little nuggets. Those little nuggets. And
little gems.
Being on the school committee, listen, like I told you, I go hard. And my constituent, any issues that come across the table, it's personal to me. Yeah. So constituents are family, whether your child has a special ed issue or if there's, we had overcrowding happen in district-wide, so you have to partner with the teachers union. You got to collaborate with all the different people that are in the government. So, when you run for office, that's the thing. You go in, it's a unique role because not everyone gets elected.
Yeah.
So when you elect it, you have to take that. For me, I take it personal. There's people who said, I trust you. Yeah. I believe you. You take an oath, and it's time to get down to business. And that's how I take it. I tackle it every day. Every day. You ask my wife. Sorry. Every day. This goes on a lot. Every day.
Especially with sports.
It's something that is very important to legacy.
Absolutely.
And that's important. It's respect, too. It's a respect to the community. It's a respect to my father, my family, to my future, for the future kids that you advocate for. Because there's things I see 7.5 years ago now impacting the school districts. So policies I voted on or investments that we did, like the school to prison pipeline, right? We attacked every school now has district-wide curriculum to talk about social emotional learner initiatives. So like trauma-informed practices, that empathy, right? When you look at a staff might look at the whole child like, yo, you're not the same. They can recognize things, right? Yeah. Did you sleep last night? Like, what's your home life look like? What's going on here? Like, there's this kid's not going to school right now. Their attendance is getting something's off here. So there's been checks and balances now, which is phenomenal. And we added a clinical model. So we're now back in the day where, again, I grew up in a generation. No shade on my dad, but you got to keep things to yourself.
Oh yeah.
You go. Shh, you don't talk about it. You don't talk about your feelings. Now mental health access is way more. It's a whole other ball game. Yes. We have kids. We follow kids, and mental health has no bias. No matter what class, you could be the poorest, the richest, the middle, whatever it is. Yeah. Mental health hits everybody. Yeah. And if you haven't been touched by mental health, or your family never been touched, consider yourself blessed. And those families call me during those crises, those moments, and I handle business. And this could be at 11 o'clock. I get text messages. I got people who hit me up, constituents. Keep you honest. So that's a why, man. That's a lot. There's a lot more into it. It's deep for me.
So like, it's beautiful to hear because like the stigma with politics is like it's a lot of talking, but it's you don't see the doing. You know what I mean? You don't see that part. And to hear somebody who's like, no, I'm about that action. I'm about like I'm not just gonna run on something and then you're like, all right. You get elected, you're like, all right, I'm in. I could just chill now. No, you're gonna do exactly what you said you're gonna do. And like you said, you've been on this for about 7 years, and if anybody has any doubts, the resume's out there.
Got the receipts.
You gotta have the receipts.
Yeah. So you are running, what is it, for the fourth or fifth?
Fifth time.
Fifth time. So what I want you to do, just in case, I don't know why, but just in case someone's watching this and is still kind of on the fence about voting for you, I want you to look in that camera and explain to them why you're the best person for this role.
Facts. First of all, I want to thank everybody here at the 806 show.
Appreciate it.
Because I wouldn't be able to share this message with the audience. And it's something that when you look at a school committee, the job is the biggest job that anyone could ever have. And it is a obligation and duty to make sure that our children are protected and provided for and have opportunities to make a quality life that ends in a way where they have happiness and joy and peace and opportunities to be in the 21st century workforce, to make sure that they have access to high quality education and opportunities that, unfortunately, I feel like when you run for office, you have to have an elected official in there to put your voice at the table. And no matter what the issue is, whatever you see as a problem, when you come to my table, it's family. And we resolve those issues in a really timely manner. And I make sure at the end of the day, when a vote for me is a vote for the kids, it's a vote for your family, it's a vote for something bigger than me. And it's adversity and perseverance that I think I've lived by. My integrity and my track record speaks for itself. As a first-generation low-income Latino, I started off with nothing. So being able to make sure that these children that are just like myself growing up, and also your children, no matter what class system you are, we want to prepare you for the 21st century workforce. And I know what it is. I know what it's like, and I know how to get there with experience. So I'm ready day one. So there's not a learning curve. I know how to navigate the issues we're up against. And you need someone that's in there that knows what they're doing. So it's and for school committee, you have up to 6 votes. I always ask this, 1 of 6 votes for Lynn School Committee. So I'm very humbled and grateful to be here. And I'm asking everybody out there, if you're from Lynn or if you ever want to get involved, we're very accessible. You can get me on Facebook, Brian, for Lynn School Committee. My cell phone number is 781-346-2087. Email, bcastellanos4417@gmail.com. Whether it's morning, midday, night, we'll figure out a way to get to you and make sure that we handle your issue and concerns. Because I think that's part of my job is to listen. So I think engaging what your concerns and what your family's going through is something it means something to me. It's personal to me, and it's something that I take a lot of pride in, and I'm very honored And I'm very humbled to be part of the Lynch School Committee, and I've been doing it for a while now, and I'll be graciously and obviously very happy to be able to continue the work. And there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot more to get done. Again, 1 of 6 votes goes to really, for the kids. For the kids, man. Vote for the kids.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Look at the ball you look at the ball you raised. Wow.
There's no way after seeing that I wouldn't vote for him.
Exactly.
So before that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna set up that. I knew I was gonna set that up. I know you're gonna knock it out the park. Good Lord.
For the heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Listen, I've been thinking about what I was going to talk about all day, and I said I'm just going to we speak from the heart.
Yeah.
We speak from the heart.
So we do here, but like usually we don't have a lot of politicians here because we are a sports show. But usually, this is a conversation. We talk like we're friends. You know what I mean? We're not talking like we're strangers. We're talking like a group chat. Like we just be having. Rather than more sports than usual, we're just talking about the real issues.
Yeah.
Well, I was a politician that played sports.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, this was one of my dreams. The 806 show. Let's go.
Happy to fulfill these dreams.
Fulfilled that.
Absolutely. Now,
Dun-dun.
we have reached my favorite part of the show. Watch this. The DJ Bovka said a question.
Now in the mix with DJ Bovka.
Editing and stuff. There's
Sounds
like
way
the sound effects.
I watched the show. I'm a fan. I even showed my father. I said, this is what we're doing. He's just like, really? I was like, yeah, we're doing this.
Are you sure? These guys look a little like
Don't worry.
I appreciate
The
it.
DJ Bovka said a question is a game we play at the end of every episode. It's a simple game. We just give you 2 different options, and you just pick one or the other one.
It's like picking the red pill or the blue pill. Please don't pick no purple or orange. It
man,
seems
okay.
simple, but people mess up all the time.
All right. First question.
Airbnb.
Maybe.
Yeah. First question is always the same. This is for both of you guys. You guys can answer. Jordan or LeBron?
Michael Jordan.
No explanation. I don't need.
MJ.
Yeah.
Say Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Say MJ.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. We had a couple episodes that got a little shaky.
It was like 6 straight.
We're just like, what is going on? Because, again, this is episode 160, everybody. For the first maybe 120, 125, there might have been like 2 or 3 LeBrons. Then we started,
There was like a little wave. It was like,
we have a
what's
little
going on?
younger crowd on here. And it's kind of like, we're just like, oh. And then we had a couple older crowd. We're just like, did you watch what we watched? I'm just confused.
I don't know. It was a different era.
Yeah, but that's the right answer. That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
You have your own opinions. You have your own answers.
I love he always stays quiet.
I'm not going to argue with you. That's what you picked. That's what you picked.
Well, you can't even argue that.
It's an exhibition.
The LeBron love is going to love LeBron. The Jordan love is going to.
That's it. I don't hate Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't either.
You can't convince a LeBron GOAT person otherwise.
It's all right. We learned to live together in harmony. All right.
Hey, my man.
Chinese food or Mexican food?
Oh, wow, that's hard.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was going to give you the tough questions, but
I like Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hard. We're
I
talking.
like
Whoa.
It is
I gotta
tough.
go Mexican food.
Yeah.
Maria tacos, that kind of.
Taco.
Well, everything. Well,
Yeah.
you got Mexican. It's just a variety pack.
so if I'm picking what I want, it'd be Chinese. But when you get a little older in age, you can't eat that all the time. You know what I mean?
It's funny you
know
just
what
said that's why I just thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't feel good after, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Crab
but
ragout, all
Yeah,
of it.
28 as a
I eat
teenager.
Mexican way more often.
Cause you had, like,
I had Chinese food on the way here.
Did you?
Yeah.
I had some yesterday.
every time I'm going to have Chinese food,
Me too. I had Mexican yesterday.
It's funny. Every time I'm gonna have Chinese food, I literally try to convince myself not to. Like,
Like, don't do it.
I mean, I was like, damn, I had fast food yesterday, then I'm gonna have Chinese food today. I can't do that. You know what I mean? But
I this right there.
Yeah.
Go right to sleep.
bloated for 3 days.
Salt level.
Yeah, right, crazy.
Thirsty.
MSG.
It's crazy all the stuff you used to eat. Like, there's so many things I used to eat as a child. Like, my thing, I used to love calzones.
Yeah.
I can't eat those no more.
Real?
The buffalo
I get
chicken.
heartburn.
Buffalo chicken
I'd
you
have
can
like
do
4 or 5 tums if I eat a calzone. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's so good.
My condolences to that. I love calzones.
I mean, I choose not to. I'm trying to live a little healthier life, so I choose to stay away from most stuff.
Okay.
But
Respect.
you know, try.
Tough.
Yeah, he tells me,
Try.
I got a 1-year-old, man. That's like the biggest fight is like trying to find time for your health,
Yeah.
yourself, everything. Like the system.
Yeah.
My system's off.
Yeah. So it's so easy to just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop at McDonald's in the
Easy.
drive-through.
Get a
and just,
sub.
Yeah. I mean,
All that up.
convenience.
Shout out to Palminos.
Shout out to them. All right, next one. If you had to do one of these, you can't say neither. If you had to do one, skydiving or bungee jumping. You have to do one.
Bungee jumping.
Wow.
That sounds good, Tom. That's a rush. I don't like the fact that someone's like kind of like on me, like
we said that last
Well,
time.
because you got so I don't like the like for me, I don't know him. Like
Yeah.
they gotta pull the or her. I don't know if they gotta pull the. You know that's the part where I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're trusting in this
I'm
person.
not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That is, it's a weird thing. But like, what do you mean? It's like, I don't know if I want a man strapped to my back. I don't like, you know what I mean?
But you got trust.
Call me old
Yeah.
school.
I don't even care. Whoever gets it done. I need someone to pull that cord. Girl, boy, I don't even care. Pull the cord.
You got trust. him.
Like,
Yeah.
with
I'm
the-
about, man.
I probably trust myself.
Bungee jump.
Yeah. Show me how to train
She was
me.
like, well, yeah.
Train me. I
Which
really
one
can
is
train.
it? Oh, this one? Okay, there's emergency.
How about you?
Yeah.
Skydive or bungee jumping?
Jumping.
Bungee jumping?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I love that.
You've done it before?
Oh yeah.
You've been bungee jump? Wow.
You
You
know
bungee jump? He 81.
that was
Yeah,
the
he
joke.
life.
The flies, the fly, in the plane have an emergency to crash. And they said, "Where's my parachute?" They say, "Take it." They put it in. They jump. And another one said, "You not see Mr. Pablo? He jumped yesterday." He said, "He's in the hospital."
Don't be
What happened
making
in the
make a bad
hospital?
joke.
He's in the hospital. Or when he go in the hospital, he was doing like this.
Yeah, all the cast and stuff. Yeah.
Cat. He said, "What happened to you? Why you like this?" And he said, "I want to know who changed my parachute. He gave me the big bag with the lot of tools."
Set him up. I know you're going with that. I'm like, Dad, don't embarrass me. My friends.
The tool bag.
We have the power of editing. Just in case, it's like, see, it's just in case it went loud.
Hey, he's 81. He don't give
Oh, we're ready. Trust me.
I would say neither.
My answer would definitely be neither. I'm at the age where I don't want to risk my life for anything. I don't even ride roller coasters anymore. I'm not doing none of that stuff anymore.
I don't know,
I'm
Mom.
done.
Oh, well, of course.
I'm not going on
Just
a
that
roller
little percentage.
coaster. It might be me.
It depends on
I
which roller
always say
coaster.
that till you go, right? Like, whatever. And then someone's going on the roller coaster. You always do it. I
mean, I say
jump
that, but
cliffs.
like-
You ever jump off a cliff?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a
a
while.
long time since I did that.
That's
what
what
I
I
was thinking,
vacation.
like-
That's what happens. I go like,
Like into water.
Yeah,
water,
yeah,
water.
yeah, into water.
Yeah.
I feel like parachuting.
What
I
is
don't
this,
know.
Looney Tunes?
I'm thinking we're talking about parachuting out of planes. It's like, wait, what are we?
Yeah, you're right. All right, next one. Battle of the superheroes. Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Oh,
There we go.
Batman's an average Joe
Yeah.
Who's a billionaire?
with technology. I don't know. He reminds me. He just throw his vibes off.
I like that, like this perspective, because sometimes we hear the Batman one.
Every time in the Batman.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes,
Some people
Superman.
are like,
There we
oh,
go.
because I feel like I could be that. Like,
I could be a billionaire and fight crime. No, you can't.
Superman's exotic. Though,
yeah, exactly.
You can't
Exactly,
explain
that's
why you so super. Like, that amazing. I got money. I
I'm rich.
I just bought all this.
kind of don't like that. Actually,
Wasn't it in a Batman movie? They ask him.
Yeah, he's like, what's your
Ben Affleck,
superpower?
he's like, what's your
I'm
superpower?
rich.
He's like, I'm
he just
rich.
drives away. I'm like, all right.
How about you?
I guess Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good choice right there.
The movie's pretty good. I just watched it. It's pretty good.
I haven't
gotta
seen it.
check it out.
Yeah, I haven't
Like
seen
the
it.
You gotta put the kid out to the superhero movies.
I got Disney Plus. I gotta make my rounds. The best thing ever.
Yeah.
Always all that's
The whole
the-
MCU right there, your fingertips.
right there. Boop, boop, boop. That's my self care.
There you go.
Right?
All right. You a dog person or a cat person?
Very allergic to cats. I like cats. No disrespect to cats, but I have a French bulldog named Charlie, so I'm definitely
Shout out
dog.
Charlie.
Shout out to Charlie.
Absolutely.
You can say it. You hate cats.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't like cats either.
My dad hates
Give
cats.
me a sneeze.
It's because the allergies. See, I love cats. It's the hard part. Like,
Allergies are one thing. That's the greatest excuse not to be around a
They're hard
cat.
to read too. Huh?
But they're emotional. They're literally moody. So any pet, like,
yeah.
they're like anybody I ask if there's a cat person, I'm like, has your cat ever attacked you, scratched you? Like, yeah. Why is that normal? Like if a pet attacked me, that's no longer my pet. Like you know what I mean? Like you want to go into your house one day, your cat's having a bad day, he's gonna just attack you because he's having an emotional day.
No, yeah.
I was petting. You triggered my father.
I remember.
He went down memory lane back in his 40s.
Scratch everything. They really do. I remember
emotional.
petting a cat, a friend's cat, and it attacked, right? And they were like, "Oh, it loves you," and I was like, "What?" And it was like, "No, it's just overstimulated."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What do you mean?"
That dog needs therapy. I mean, the cat needs therapy or
Dog
something.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, dogs don't do that.
Bobby wouldn't do that.
Overstimulated cat.
Overstimulated. Don't use big words.
It's like,
I'm uncomfortable.
I don't know if it loves
All
me.
right. I did some research. Better vacation spot: Aruba or Puerto Rico?
Oh, Puerto Rico. I asked my wife to marry me in Puerto Rico. I asked her I got engaged in Old San Juan.
Oh,
really?
Big deal. We love Puerto Rico. We
That
love
means
it.
a lot.
It's good. Aruba's a good time though. It's a one happy island, but I gotta go Puerto Rico.
Aruba's a little pricey.
It is.
I got invited to a wedding. I finally got sent the prices, and I was like, listen. So my girl, like, do you really like? Do we like? We got a lot of things going on. Do we really want to like?
It's worth it.
No, of course.
You know what's the
beautiful.
secret? Just get a cooler. You'll save money that way. Get your own cooler. Every
So the problem with there's no problem with Aruba. Let's start that first. There's no problem with Aruba.
I miss Aruba.
But I'm used to being in DR and Punta Cana where you put all this money up front. The minute you land, everything's free. Everything's all inclusive.
All inclusive resorts.
And for people like me and my family, Dominicans, we drink a lot. You know what I mean? So imagine me buying every drink. That's gonna be out of hand.
What's your favorite drink?
Are you talking here or are we talking out?
DR, yeah. When you
Yeah,
go,
I'm gonna go with,
what's the one that? What's your 10th drink choice?
I either do. It's usually Brugal, which is rum.
Mama Juana?
Oh,
Mama Juana is very dangerous.
You don't know how strong it's gonna
There's
be.
always like one shot.
Because Mama Juana, the problem with Mama Juana is
depends on the bottle.
No, it depends who makes it.
Who's in the bottle?
There's too many variables. I don't know who made this. I don't know what you put in it, so I'm not sure.
Be 10 times stronger.
many cinnamon
Depending on
sticks
what
we
guys.
talking?
Yeah, exactly. But I do enjoy Mama Juana. The Brugal, I do it. It's called Equive, it's XV Brugal. This stuff that's over there.
Yeah.
Or my favorite is Brugal Legenda.
Okay.
That's great.
Those are my favorite ones. I just had Legenda a couple days ago at why were we at your parents' house?
Benny's birthday. Yeah, I was like, what do you
One
mean?
of these family events, like, what were we celebrating? I was just for drinks and food. What are we celebrating? But those are like, I enjoy them more because of the exclusivity. Like, I can't get them here. So because obviously you come back from DR, we come with 3 bags.
Yeah.
So when I can get a bottle that's not from here, if I'm drinking here, I like a little Buchanan. Was it whiskey? Is it whiskey?
Scotch.
Yeah. I can never tell, but it's
Scottish whiskey.
I was big on Hennessy, but I'm getting a little too old for that.
When I
hits
go
too
away,
hard.
I like to try the local beer, the breweries. I love the local beers.
Oh, okay.
Like I think Aruba is the chill beer. And then
Yeah, I seen that.
Medallia's PR now, right? That's
We got Presidentes.
Yeah.
Presidente is always
Hey,
clutch.
can't-
Ice
hey.
cold Presidente.
Yo, Presidente, when it's like cold,
Put my frost on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hits
Perfect.
different. And not the ones you can get here in the liquor store. Those
No,
don't count.
those don't even taste the same.
No, because America has
They
different.
never do.
They have different.
they don't-
America has different laws on liquor. It's, they have to follow.
But
so it's
also
different.
the vibe's different when you're aware.
Yeah.
On a beach, it tastes 10 times different.
Stop. Like, I'll go home. Like instead of Aruba, babe, Punta Cana.
That happens every time.
Baby, half the price.
I'm not. It is half the price.
Half the price.
I'm not
and
gonna lie to you.
Everything you want.
I think I went. 7 years in a row. Punta Cana.
Yeah, you went too many
funny.
times.
Well, it's weddings. There's always an event. Next year I'm gonna try to stay away, but it takes one conversation to be like, yo, whatever. Let's book a quick 4 days. All right, $1,000, sure, whatever. All right, I don't know where we left off. All right, next one. Kind of relates to the last question. Are you, beach or pool?
See, it's tough because it's like, are we talking beach on vacation or we talking pool?
Not the
Yeah.
beaches.
The best of your beaches.
Yeah.
Or the best of your pools?
Well, because Puerto Rico has a flamenco beach. I've been out there. It was beautiful. I took a ferry over there. So if I'm gonna do a beach, I like those. I like that. You gotta hit the beach. But Aruba has beautiful water too.
Yes, it does.
But if I'm gonna, I like the pool. Pool's actually no. Now that I have a baby, the pool's better for me. Yeah. I feel like the pool's.
More contained, definitely.
Honestly, I think that question just cracked me. I don't know. I can't make a decision.
Back and forth the whole time.
The man gave a powerful speech that got cracked by beach or pool.
Yeah, that one got me.
That one got you?
You got me because I really need some self care. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, that's like a pool or beach is definitely somewhere. Both of my favorite places to be when I have some time off with family and friends.
Yes, absolutely.
for
See,
sure.
the thing is like. When everybody's like wants to go beach around here, it's like when you've been to beaches in DR, like you know what I mean. Like,
real
no, I don't want to go to Nahan. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean.
So true.
It's a whole different situation. It's not the same thing.
I love the beach. I'm a beach guy for sure.
I'm not big on
Getting the
sand.
football out there.
I'm not big on sand.
We gotta be with the friends. We gotta have friends.
Yeah, soccer ball or volleyball.
The problem is you go with the girls and then just like I'm bored in 30 minutes. Like, you guys just gonna lay down for like 6 hours? Like, what are you?
That's hard.
And I'm just like, I need to do something. Like, I need to do like, and I don't usually go in the water. The water's too cold for me.
Up
Sorry.
here, definitely.
Yeah, New England's hard.
Not in Aruba, though.
There's also great white sharks, which I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of sharks.
No, I'm so scared. One Shark Week came around.
Shark Week came around and changed the whole.
I never knew.
Yeah.
How many times you swim in the Hahn, you're like, oh, okay, this
I didn't
great
look
white's
into
been
it.
here? Like, they were like, yeah, they've been here. What do you mean they've been here?
Why didn't y'all tell me?
Wait, we were like,
I used to
We
swim
were
like
close the whole time?
deep out there too.
Yeah.
Just like
yeah.
the middle of the ocean.
I told my son like, yo, don't go too far.
Yeah, I
Because if I
kayak.
have to go get you, I'm gonna be pissed off if I have to swim.
My mom tells me every time she thinks like she knows I'm going to a beach. She's like, hey, the sharks don't get in that water.
I had a kayak phase for a while.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was like, I was ocean kayaking, and this is like before Shark Week came out. And it was like 2 years later. I watched it was the Cape Cod special, and then they started tracking all these sharks, and then ended up in the places where I was kayaking. I'm like, wait, this doesn't even make sense to me.
So what are you doing here?
No one told us. Like no one told us. I was really kayaking though.
Like,
We're
why?
talking.
Why wouldn't they tell
athlete.
us?
I was dressing up for this. Like I had the gear on the kayak. I really thought that was my next sport.
Yep, you're good. Go ahead.
Well, I know I was really kayaking.
No, it's crazy because like what are you doing up here?
Leave us
I thought
alone.
that was like down equator
Indian
level.
Ocean. Like, it was out in the east.
Shark-
west
you mean
side.
sharks?
West California. Now you in
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
you
You're
need,
lit?
yeah, you need to relax. You need to
You're
relax.
Beach?
Yeah.
Oh,
You see a fin
Next
out
question. Next question.
What are you doing here?
Food question. I know we're getting a little hungry. French toast or pancakes?
that's hard. I guess. Oh man, this is a tough one. I gotta go with the French toast.
Oh,
Look at that.
Last week was pancakes.
Yeah.
Or 2
Now,
weeks.
out of these three, put them in order: French toast, pancakes, or waffles.
French toast, pancakes, and then
Waffles.
waffles.
Told you, man.
I like, but that's hard. It
Yeah.
depends on the kind of. Think about it. Like we talking chocolate chip pancakes, that might rotate it up, right? What's on the French? We're talking banana stuffed French toast. Have you been to April's Pub in Lynn? Like,
Absolutely.
They got, like hey Roger, shout out Roger.
I'm a
but
big April's guy.
He always finesses me with different. Like this is he'll be like, "This is a new banana, something." Like, let me just try it.
Yeah.
Maybe French toast. He does a variation of it. You want French toast, a bit like pancake? It doesn't even matter. What's on it? I guess that's what matters. Like, what kind of pancake are we talking about?
It's got me hungry,
That
honestly.
sounds
Short
good.
stack, you know? Like,
Yeah, right.
French toast. What we talking
I'm a
about?
pancake. I'm a pancake waffle French toaster.
Okay.
French toaster.
Yeah.
French toaster.
Well, I think it's French toast because, like, growing up, I don't know how to make a lot of things, and French toast was something easy I could make. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I gravitated to
when
it.
you make a perfect fucking pancake. You get the perfect
Flap.
flip. Yeah.
Flapjack.
The perfect color. Like, oh,
Yeah,
there
you
you go.
flip it like,
Like, you know you want today.
Yeah,
Staying on breakfast. Again, shout out to my girl who's an amazing cook, but that is not my expertise. So I lucked out. I got someone who can cook for me well. But I finally, I think, perfected how to make an omelet. I would mess.
Big deal.
Bro, that's like,
Game
yo,
changer.
the first time you make a perfect omelet, you're like,
I won.
I never
took me 30 plus years,
I never
but you know.
timed the flip right.
Huh?
I never timed
You gotta
the
just
flip right.
get the patience. You just gotta keep waiting and waiting and waiting.
It just falls apart. It's like, all right, scramble.
Nah, you too early. Too early.
I had the cheese right too.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that's a glue. It's
The binder right there, you know?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, French toast or pancakes?
Pancake.
Okay.
All right, not bad.
It's on this side.
All right. You seem to be a person who gets on a flight here and there, you know, a couple times. Do you prefer the window or the aisle seat?
Aisle seat. Oh, I get in the window seat. I'm too big for that. Like I can't. It's claustrophobic.
All right.
I can't. Or my biggest fear is the middle. I can't.
Yeah.
You got middle seats. We're traveling with the 1-year-old lately. It's been crazy. Yeah, we went to Naples, Florida, and Aruba with Mila, my daughter, and it was crazy. It's changed. Like flying with kids is different, but worth it. I always,
Absolutely.
anyone that got kids out there, don't be afraid to travel. You know, traveling is a big part of what me and my family like to do. You know, we work really hard, and you know, sometimes I'll be days I work 23 days straight, right? But my mind's like, oh, I got a trip coming up, so that's how I get through some of those.
Yo,
calls.
thank you.
It's that
I don't
goal.
understand
Yeah, that goal.
the people who don't like. I need something on the calendar to look forward to make it through my hard days. That's why, and my mom always, you know how parents are like, oh, you gotta save money, like, you know what I mean? You don't need to go to you don't have to go on vacation every year. I'm like, Ma, I go to multiple vacations every year because I do work hard and I need something on the calendar to like
the
all right,
finish line.
I just gotta make it through this month and a half,
little
and then I'll
finish
be
line.
here.
You're on third base.
Yeah.
I got this song.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah, so I definitely, I just booked a flight 3 days ago.
See, where we going?
Going to Orlando for the weekend for my cousin's birthday.
Big deal.
Orlando.
Big deal.
Orlando.
Then I got Miami in March.
Okay.
See what-
That's a good one.
World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, we're going back there.
Some good old.
It's going to be a good time.
I think Venezuela's in our division this year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Very good player.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Talk that, Dad. You know what?
So-
He'll tell you what it is
The
right now.
5 feet old Altuve.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's nice. So
That-
I've
that's
been
a
to
good
many
team.
baseball games in my life. Many. The moment I walked into Dominican Republic against Venezuela was the most intense.
For real?
The most energy I've ever experienced in my life.
Goosebumps.
Personal, right? You
Like,
felt-
Oh my God!
You would never feel that at a Red Sox game. It was.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't
Even,
because
if it was like World Series.
But it wasn't because-
it was like electrifying. You
we were
walked-
obviously we're going back and forth. We're talking back and forth. But it wasn't like Red Sox Yankee where it sounds malicious when you're going back and forth. It was after the game was over, we all just partying in the back. It was just all love, and it was
block
just
party of
like
two
I'm
countries.
a sore loser, so I was walking out mad.
beautiful.
I was walking out mad, but everybody's so happy. You couldn't even be mad anymore. I was like, whatever, yo. We
Pedimo.
yeah. That's literally what they were chanting. I'm just like,
The Venezuela and Dominican, they have a lot of connection.
they do, yeah.
Connection.
Well, half of my family's blended. So my
Oh,
sister's husband and my niece is Dominican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of
It's,
Puerto Rican, Dominican, and we
What they
mixed.
call,
Yeah.
what they name the place he from?
Albany? Or
No,
Santiago?
no.
That's where we're from. That's where our family's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about
Oh,
Lewis?
Jesus. I forget the name.
I know. Well, they were just there. Oh, they there. My sister.
Mocano.
Oh, okay.
Moicano.
Yeah.
They have Moicano moving, so if you're looking for moving, quick plug. There you go. Moicano moving. Always a sponsor for the Boston Marathon. Appreciate you, family.
Next question.
Moicano.
One ticket, or actually, you know what? 2 tickets. So you can bring your pops, obviously.
Say less.
Pats Super Bowl or Celtics Game 7 in the finals?
Oh, Super Bowl all day. Oh, wait. Era. Where's the era? What are we talking about?
Like
Era?
now.
Recent-
Now.
All right.
Celtics Game 7.
Yeah, right. But right now it's different.
I mean, like, the next time one of these teams make it, like,
I don't know. I'm not. So so the Pats haven't been electric for a while. So my relationship with them is just a little bit. So now, hopefully, the Celtics. They still got. It's the Celtics.
Yep.
I think there's a certain love when you go to the Garden. When you go out there, it's
Yeah.
there's a vibe over there. I like
There
it.
you go. I didn't even catch this one. I was like, it is, yeah, right?
yeah, you're right. What's your vibe? It's like, wait a minute.
Transition.
yeah. You used that word again.
All right. I think I know the answer to this one, but just for fun. You're playing safety. Would you rather a game-winning tackle or a game-winning pick?
I'll pick.
Easy.
All day.
That's easy.
My little Malcolm Butler.
I still think
Make it a pick
about
six.
Can you imagine? I still daydream about it. Like I would be driving on the highway, like, damn, I should have picked that off. I think about the plays I didn't make.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that slipped out of my finger.
man, I can't believe I
Bro,
missed that
like, you
shot.
knew the slant was coming. You knew the slant was
Oh
coming.
man, no, I've had a heavy hit where like I'm like mad because I was like I stuck somebody right heavy hit, and then I'm like, man, I should have picked that.
See,
Frustrating.
but I like. No, I think I'd go off the ball. There's different kind. Who would you? I would go for the ball. You probably would go run through somebody.
It's a good time too.
From a safety, and I see the ball coming, you make a choice.
Oh yeah,
Going for the ball.
No, you make a choice. Do I go for the ball or the
Like
person?
Morpheus, like the Matrix. Make your choice.
Yeah.
The red pill, the blue pill.
I think what choice you make there tells a lot about you.
I think I'm from that era of football where we waiting for him
Yeah,
to
that's in that era of football.
light him
moment
up.
Yeah.
you take contact,
Let-
you're getting drilled in the chest.
Light him up.
It's gonna pop out.
What's
You can't
that?
play
Like,
from that.
was it Chris Berman? No.
one?
Jacked up.
No,
Yeah, but that was back in the day. though.
back in the day.
But that was like I was always fond of Ed Reed, Sean Taylor,
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins,
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu. So these are the people.
Safeties were safeties.
Yeah, these are people I absolutely loved and adored. And now that the game has changed so much,
They took
you don't
they took
have
away
those kind
they
of
took away
players
everything
anymore.
they can do.
Yeah.
You can't really like
I can't even think of like
you nail somebody like
John Lynch. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
John Lynch too.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And the Buccaneers.
But I can't think of like a lineup like that now.
No, absolutely
At
not.
all, like a
Like the last one I
star
actually
safeties
really
like
loved
that.
was Cam Chancellor, and he's
Okay.
been gone
No
for.
love for Honey Badger.
I love.
I like
Troy-
that
He
Honey Badger.
retired.
Yeah,
you
he
know? Gotta show
yeah, but he was a little different.
he nickel. He was a
He wasn't.
He's versatile.
Yeah, he was more of the play. He was a little Ed Reed in him,
Yeah.
a little playmaker.
Absolutely.
He's going for the ball. He's not. I don't think he's going for the
Because they
hit.
start getting fined, like
Yeah.
50 bands,
No,
like,
you
know,
can't
that's
hit
harsh.
I can't hit you
Rodney
from here
Harrison.
or down.
Yeah,
Ronnie Harrison, he would never go for the ball. He's going for you every time.
Lonnie, what's his name? Lonnie Locke. Yeah.
All right, last but not least, nice steak dinner or an Italian dinner? Say a fancy restaurant.
Ribeye steak all day. I got a good steak, but I make a good sauce. Though I cook Italian, so I'll throw.
So
yeah.
listen,
I'll throw it down. I make cutlets. I made cutlets before I got here.
Okay.
There you go.
I got educated.
before I met my girl's Italian. Before we met,
Yeah.
I thought I knew pasta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you know there's about 115 different kind of pastas?
100 what?
115 different kind of pastas? That's a lot. She's like, oh, this. I'm like, what is that? We went to an engagement party, and there was like literally, and they're all Italians. There was like 30 different kind of cheeses. And the whole thing, I was like, I don't know what any of this is.
I didn't know
I was so ignorant until I was like,
Well, it's a nani. They got nanis, right?
yeah, see, I know that. I didn't know what that was
abuela,
before.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't not like abuelos and cocho, you know?
no.
You got, so it goes, every culture has a beautiful for cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Venezuelans got arepas. What do we got?
Pretty
You
good.
like arepas?
Yeah, baby.
I enjoy them.
You know?
I dabble. I dabble.
A little hungry, are we?
Yeah. Let's wrap this up so we go eat. All right, shout out. This is the part of the show. You just shout out whoever you want. We're going to shout out Vibe Entertainment.
Yep.
We're going to shout out Uneducated MMA. It's a podcast and we watch MMA stuff.
Shout out to Nerd Gods.
Shout out to Nerd Gods.
Shout out to Coded.
Yeah.
Shout out Hood Inc.
Shout out Hood Inc. Yeah.
Shout out Young Soldiers Success Group.
Yep.
Shout out Gem Body Alchemists.
Gym Body what?
Gem Body Alchemists.
You forgot that M in the first one, but all right. What? You didn't say whatever.
It's all good.
Anybody want to shout out? That's a camera.
Yeah, so shout out to my wife, Danielle Castellanos, and my daughter, my little sweetheart. Thank you for letting me be out this late.
Sorry.
I wouldn't be here. If it
Apologies.
wasn't for your permission. Very grateful. Honestly, shout out to my family, to my sisters, my nieces, and my nephews, and my friends, and I know they're gonna love to see this the 806 show. They're gonna have a good time with it.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to subscribe to 806 show, share it,
Yeah, love
show
it.
some love.
Love it.
This is one of the best experiences I've ever had on a podcast. Truly, it really is a little dream come true here because I was waiting to get on this show.
I appreciate it.
You guys, I can't wait to see you guys.
We've
grow.
been waiting to get you on, and it lived up to what we were waiting for. This has been a very special episode. A lot of gems. And man, Brian, you are born for this, sir. Jesus.
I know.
You did an amazing job with this young man.
Thank you.
And y'all relationship is absolutely beautiful.
Right.
Thank you.
Shout out to my father. You know? to the goat, man. No, to my father. No, honestly, it's very beautiful to be able to share this moment with my father because it's like, you learn over the years, man. You know, time is precious. You know,
Absolutely.
You got to take advantage of whatever minute and second you got, and don't let your loved one slip through the cracks of time because time is very expensive. You can't get it back, and I've learned that really young. I'm grateful that I have that perspective because I have an urgency to make sure we love, we cry, I spend time with my father as much as I can, and he's the driving force of this upcoming election. Shout out. Listen, primaries coming up on Tuesday.
Right, let 'em know exactly.
Elections in November. So again, I'm running for my re-election to the Lynn School Committee, going for my 5th term. And to be honest with you, I earn it every day. If you want to get in contact with me, call me at 781-346-2087. Very accessible. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what I could do to support you and how we can support the city and how we can move Lynn Public Schools forward. So I want to give a shout out to Lynn Public Schools.
Shout out to Lynn Public Schools. Brian Urie, thank you so much for coming by. This has been an amazing episode. RG co-host, Sanchez co-host. I'm Melly Mel. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Like and subscribe. Vote. Go vote.
Go vote.
Fire.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you're. Take that. 806 The Show.